Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Roman Reigns had a lot to say about a viral video featuring a top WWE name, his cousin Solo Sikoa. The video in question shows a young Solo filming himself dancing. Solo Sikoa has come a long way over the past 2 years or so since his move to the main roster. He recently had a tribal combat match against the OTC and ended up losing the Ula Fala and the title of the tribal chief to him. Despite the loss, Solo is still one of the most dominant stars on the Blue brand. In a new interview on SHAK Wrestling, former undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns opened up about a viral video that showed Solo awkwardly dancing in a room. Here's what he had to say. "Look, we all start somewhere, and that's the beauty of it. We're all performers, we're all entertainers. And even in the kitchen of a broke-down apartment, you're still working on stuff, you're still trying things. And that's kind of our family right there. Believe it or not, I wouldn't say I'm introverted, but I can be shy at times. So, it takes a little bit to open up and break that shell a little bit." Roman continued. But Solo is very similar. But even then, that's the pressure we have on us, to be entertainers, and to be able to be sitting there, doing one of these. He's doing a lot better work in the entertainment field now than he was with that broom trying to sing in the kitchen. He needs to wash some dishes though and stop singing and get to work. 422 to 515. Reigns had one goal in mind when he returned last year at SummerSlam: to teach Solo a lesson in humility. His team went on to pick up a huge win over Solo's bloodline at Survivor Series, War Games. Roman Reigns later took the Ula Fala back from Solo on the Raw Netflix premiere and established himself as the tribal chief once again. It seems like Reigns and Solo's rivalry is over for the time being, but it certainly won't be a surprise if the duo reignites the feud somewhere down the line. The landscape of WWE has been chaotic ever since Roman Reigns lost the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. With Solo Sikoa taking charge of the bloodline in his absence, tensions have been brewing within the faction. Now, a new layer of intrigue has emerged after Reigns seemingly called out a 31-year-old WWE star, telling him to get to work. The comment, made during a backstage segment caught on camera, sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. Was this a challenge? A warning? Or was Roman hinting at an opportunity for someone to prove their worth? As speculation runs wild, let's break down what it could mean for the tribal chief, the bloodline, and the future of SmackDown. Roman Reigns makes his presence felt. Since dropping the undisputed WWE Universal title at WrestleMania 40, Reigns has been biding his time away from WWE television. While Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa have been handling business, Roman's absence has only fueled rumors about his next move. However, Roman Reigns resurfaced in a surprising way this past Friday on SmackDown. In a brief backstage moment, WWE cameras captured Reigns having an intense conversation with Paul Heyman and an unidentified WWE star. The audio wasn't fully clear, but one phrase stood out. "It's time to get to work." As soon as the clip aired, fans began speculating about who Reigns was speaking to and what it meant. Who was Roman Reigns talking to? The WWE Universe immediately started connecting the dots. Reports suggest that the 31-year-old WWE star in question is none other than Carmelo Hayes. The former NXT champion has been making waves since his arrival on SmackDown, but his momentum hasn't been as explosive as some expected. While he's had notable matches against stars like LA Knight and Kevin Owens, he hasn't found himself in the title picture yet. With Solo Sikoa and the bloodline looking stronger than ever, could Reigns be sending a message to Carmelo? Why Carmelo Hayes? Age and talent: at 31, Carmelo is in the prime of his career. He's already proven himself as one of the best in-ring workers from NXT, but WWE has yet to fully capitalize on his star power. Past interactions, Reigns has been keeping an eye on rising stars, and Carmelo's name has come up before in discussions about potential additions to the bloodline. The need for a new ally. With Solo Sikoa leading the bloodline, Roman may see Carmelo as a valuable asset who just needs the right push. However, there's also the possibility that Reigns wasn't trying to recruit Carmelo, but rather challenging him to step up as a rival. Is Roman Reigns looking for a new bloodline member? For months, fans have debated whether the bloodline would add new members. While Jacob Fatu was a name heavily rumored, Carmelo Hayes is an unexpected but intriguing possibility. Why it makes sense. The Bloodline's evolution. Roman Reigns led the faction with Jey and Jimmy Uso at his side, but now, Solo Sikoa has brought in his own recruits, Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa. If Roman wants to take back control, adding someone like Carmelo could be a power move. Carmelo's potential heel turn. While he's been working as a babyface, Carmelo's cocky persona could thrive under Reigns' guidance. Paul Heyman's influence. Heyman is known for molding champions, and Carmelo could benefit from his mentorship. If Reigns sees Carmelo as a future star, telling him to get to work could be his way of testing him before making a decision. What if Reigns meant it as a warning? There's also a chance that Reigns' message wasn't an invitation, but a warning. Carmelo Hayes has been gaining popularity, and he's been vocal about wanting to challenge the best. If Reigns sees him as a threat rather than an ally, he could be sending a message, step up, or get stepped on. With Solo Sikoa establishing himself as the Bloodline's new leader, it's not far-fetched to think that Reigns might view Carmelo as a wild card in his return plans. If Hayes aligns with Solo, he could be a problem for Roman. On the other hand, if Carmelo wants to take down the Bloodline, Reigns could be daring him to prove he belongs in the main event scene. Carmelo's response, I stay ready. Following SmackDown, Carmelo Hayes took to social media with a cryptic post. I don't need to get to work, I stay ready. This response only fueled speculation that something is brewing between him and Reigns. Whether he's positioning himself as an ally or an enemy, one thing is clear, Carmelo isn't backing down. What's next for Reigns, Carmelo, and the Bloodline? With this unexpected exchange, there are a few possible directions WWE could take. Carmelo Hayes joins the Bloodline, Reigns could test Carmelo, and if he proves himself, he might become an official member of the faction. Reigns vs. Carmelo feud. If Carmelo refuses to fall in line, Roman might set out to humble him in a high-profile feud. Solo Sikoa vs. Reigns power struggle. If Carmelo sides with Solo instead of Roman, it could further deepen the divide within the Bloodline. Final thoughts. Roman Reigns telling a WWE star to get to work may have seemed like a simple phrase, but in WWE, nothing is ever that simple. Whether it was meant as advice, a challenge, or a recruitment pitch, it has set the stage for something big. If Carmelo Hayes is the man in question, his future on SmackDown just got a lot more interesting. Whether he ends up as Roman's newest ally or his next major opponent, one thing is certain, the work is just beginning.